Hey there, my beautiful, soulful mama. Just got a tickle in my throat as soon as I started this podcast. That's very interesting because I have a very open throat chakra. And whenever that happens, I get a little curious, like, what am I not saying? Or what are we so excited to talk about? And I'm actually really excited to talk about today's episode because we're about to roll into 2025. And I don't know about you, but 2024 has kicked my ever living butt. And thankfully, with the work I have done with my wellness and my mindfulness and my meditation and my reconnection to nature and my reconnection to myself, I am getting through it and I'm not hitting burnout or feeling like I'm a roadkill. I feel like I'm actually mustering through it. But I will tell you right now, Rose, I've named my universe, my source, my guidance is Rose. I'm like, girl, the lessons, I've had enough for right now. And I just need to marinate in the beautiful lessons that you're giving to me. I'm ready for some breathing room. I'm very excited about 2025. I don't know if you're into astrology, if you're into human design, but we are definitely going to be feeling a shift of energy. And you don't have to be in the spiritual, soulful world to feel these shifts. You're just going to start to feel it not only radiating from inside of you and how you feel about certain things going on, but you're going to start to see systems and communities being built where like-minded people are going to start coming together and getting off of the hamster wheel and not just reading social media and the news and taking that as truth and verbatim, but they're going to start asking questions and shifting perspectives from one of like frustration to curiosity. You're going to start to feel like there's more people out there who are having similar thoughts that you're having, who have similar questions, and who are kind of in the search of some answers to some big, big questions. And so I do want to talk about that because there is a big cosmic shift, and I want to bring that to your attention. You don't really need to do much in terms of like astrology and human design, but it's about really understanding that you've got some choices to make as we roll into 2025. So, hello, mamas. Welcome back to Momplex, which is going to be soon rebranded as the Soul Support Podcast. We're just waiting on some trademarking names, but I will tell you all about that. Don't even get your giddy up, hooked up for a second because that's going to come. But today we're diving into something big, this cosmic energy that's shifting. And it's the perfect time because we are literally about to set the tone for 2025. So if you're an astrology junkie or you're just here for some soul aligned guidance or you just like to shoot the shit with me, this episode is all about helping you harness this energy that's happening in us and around us to create a year that feels so you. And I want to share this with you now because I don't want you to wait till January 1st, 15th, or February 7th before you start doing it. I want to get some of this juice flowing in your brain right now. So, because one of the key pieces is like starting to think about stuff now and trying to put a few things into place so that when you hit 2025, you just run out of the gates, hit the ground running. Because here's the truth. The new year isn't about waiting for January 1 to roll around. The energy is here now available to you, and it's the time to start shifting it. Like the energy is literally knocking on your door and saying like, hey, there's some extra energy that I'm pumping into the universe, and I want you to decide how you want to use this extra energy. What do we really want out of 2025? What are we hoping that is going to happen in 2025? If we could close our eyes, wave that magic wand, and let's just narrow it down and say, we want these three things to take place and manifest these three things. What would those be? So grab your coffee, grab your water, grab your wine, no judgment. And let's talk about how to make 2025 your bitch soulfully, of course. Yeah. So what does this cosmic shift mean to you? Okay. If you are into it, Pluto has moved into Aquarius. If what I just said sounds like blah, 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 that's fine. So you might be like, Scotty, what the fuck does that even mean? In simple terms, the energy around us is shifting big time. This isn't about quick fixes. This isn't about buying that new fancy planner or just copying somebody else's like to-do list or adding more to your plate or picking up a new routine. This is about deep, lasting transformation, bold ass move kind of energy. It's a perfect opportunity right now in November. If you're going to do one thing listening to this podcast, here's a beautiful thing for you to do right now. This is an opportunity for you to sit in your chair, take a deep breath, and ask yourself these questions. How am I really feeling physically inside my body? I want you to do a body scan. Start at your head and go all the way down. Is there any part of your physical self that you wish was different, that you wish you had more time on, that you wish you could prioritize? It hasn't been a priority. How are you feeling emotionally? Is there any pent up shit that you're not dealing with? Are there any conversations that you want to be having that you haven't had yet? Are there any dreams that you keep putting on the back burner that you would like to now put on a front burner? And do you like what you're focusing on? Do you like where your energy is? Do you like what you're focusing on? If I was going to look at your calendar and figure out where you're spending your time, and we did a time audit, do you like where your time is being spent? Or would you like to see some shifts of your priorities? And then what do you want your days? What do you want your day to actually look like and feel like? Like right now, I'm doing a big rebranding on my podcast. I'm doing a big rebranding on my website. And I'm also doing a huge restructuring of my calendar. And I'm starting to get really clear on like, okay, if I could close my eyes and wave that magic wand, what does my dream work week look like? What does my dream day look like with my health, my family, my work, and my well-being? And that's where I'm starting. That's my main priority, is to build a week that's not only nurtures, but feeds my soul. And that's going to be what I'm starting to build my 2025 around. The universe, Rose, as I like to call her, she rewards patience, intention, and alignment with what truly feels good to your soul. She is not a fan of quick fixes that are just surface level. She's not into us doing what other people are doing. She's really into us actually taking the time to have internal conversations with ourselves. So the reason why I'm dropping this episode now is because I don't want you to wait for January 1st. Here's the thing. January 1st, and it's all freaking marketing. It isn't a magical reset button. Yes, it is a fresh turn of the year and it feels like a fresh piece of paper, but the shift is actually starting right now. Think of the next few weeks as your runway. You're now just like gearing up for takeoff. You're setting yourself up to soar. And it's like January 1st is when we are actually playing in the game. Right now we're practicing, right? Like right now we're learning how to play baseball and hit home runs. January 1st is when we show up to the game and we actually want to hit home runs. We don't want to just start learning how to hit home runs on January 1st. And so it's time to ask ourselves, like, what, if you go back and do those questions, like, what do I really want 2025 to bring me? What do I want to create for myself? Now it's time to ask yourself, what do I need to put in place in order to create that for myself? Like, what needs to be in place for my work? What needs to be in place for my health and my happiness? And then you pare down even further. What is one small thing I can do today to start aligning my life with what I truly want in 2025? Because your future starts now. What we do today creates our future. For me, this has looked like reflecting a lot on my routines, tweaking my brand, my messaging, like what I want to be talking about in 2025, and really noticing like where are my energy leaks and is my energy and time going to the places that I really want it to go? Spoiler alert, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no moving forward into 2025. This is a great time for us to not only declutter our to-do list, but to let go of stuff that's like sucking time and energy out of our mind that is so overwhelming we can't even think straight. So what are some practical tips to help you do this? Because I know we all love practical tips and sometimes it's easier said than done. So let's get real. Transformation, much to your ego's dismay, does not have to be overwhelming. It is literally about these small, intentional shifts that build momentum over time. It's about showing up 1% more aligned tomorrow than you did today. 1%. And a few ways to start. Ask yourself those big questions. Take 5 minutes today, 5 minutes, and journal on these. I'll drop them in the show notes as well. What do I want to feel in 2025? What do I need to let go of? And what excites me right now? Boom. The next thing is plan for ease, be flexible, plan for change, not perfection. When we're creating change in our life, it's about building a rhythm that works with you, not against you, whether it's meal prep, family schedules, your own downtime. Focus on what feels supportive, not what looks perfect or what you think you, quote, should be doing. Number 3, get clear on your intentions. Manifestation starts with clarity. I want you to write down 1 to 3 things you want to create in 2025 and why they matter to you. Don't overthink it. Just start. And number 4, tap into that soul alignment. If you feel stuck, this is where a soul reading with me can change the game. I have a beautiful gift and I've been cultivating this gift. I've been doing a lot of work on it because it lights up my soul and it can help you. But a soul reading can change the game. Your soul knows what you need. It knows where you're meant to go. And I can help you connect to that inner wisdom in a way that feels really peaceful and encouraging and hopeful for you. And then let's manifest together. Mama, you don't have to do this alone. Big energy shifts like this can feel so overwhelming, but you don't have to have all the answers right now. And you actually don't even have to have all the answers. That's where you start to lean into people who have information that you don't, like me. But it's a beautiful opportunity I don't want you to miss out on, because this is where you have this great energy available to you, this opportunity to learn from 2024, get excited about 2025, and align with your highest potential, which is truly what I'm trying to help you do. When we connect to our soul-led life, when we invite our soul in to guide us and lead us, that helps us connect to our highest vibe, our highest energy, our highest self. And that's then who we get to show up to life with. And then it's like whatever is going on around us, we get to show up to life as our highest self. If you're ready to dive deeper, here's what I'm offering. Weekly soul support on Instagram, bite-sized guidance to keep you aligned. And like I said, I've got this beautiful gift to connect to your energy, and your soul will give me guidance, these beautiful nuggets of helpful clarity and guidance to help you know what are the best next steps for you. Why not get that guidance from me? You can do that on Instagram. You can DM me and literally ask me a question. I will tap into your energy and share with you what your soul wants you to know. Also, soul readings. This is a deeper dive into that. It's a one-on-one session to connect with your energy. I go into your Akashic records. I literally have a conversation with your soul and your spirit guides, and you walk away with a real roadmap, how to bring your highest self and source and guidance into your everyday life so that you can go out there and put your best foot forward and feel so confident in how you're showing up. I mean, you literally, like, a soul reading is what will tap you into literally connecting to your soul and living that soul-led life. And don't miss last week's podcast episode, Manifesting 101 for the Busy as Fuck Mama. It's packed with practical tips to help you create that soul-led life, even when life feels chaotic. Look, the universe is giving you a nudge right now, Mama. This is your chance to step into 2025 with beautiful intention, alignment, and confidence. No more waiting. Remember, transformation isn't about doing more. It's about doing what feels right for you. So what's one thing you're going to do today to make 2025 your year? Big or small, it all matters. I'm rooting for you every step of the way. I'm here for you every step of the way. I love you, and I will see you next week. You've got this, badass.